we can, but anywho, welcome to Total Body Strength. Like I said, you will need a set of dumbbells today or whatever weight you have around the house. But first, we'll begin with a warm-up. So taking a nice wide stance, we'll go for a squat and reach. Squatting down as low as comfortable and then reaching nice and tall overhead. You can keep this really slow and just kind of working into that squat as we start to open up the hips after likely too much sitting or standing if you're like me. Then reaching nice and tall to stretch those shoulders out, stretch out the chest. Start to bring a little bit of warmth to the legs, warmth to the body. So we get that upper body involved as well. That'll spend about 10 more seconds here. Maybe trying to get a little bit lower if we can. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. From here, we'll go to our windmill toe touches. So arms out wide, feet are still wide. We'll hinge forward to reach down towards the shin or toes. Squeeze the glutes, lift the hips to lift ourselves to standing. And just nice and slow, alternating sides, feeling a nice stretch in the hamstrings, low back. And also getting those glutes fired up as we use them to lift ourselves up. Still reaching that arm nice and far behind us, and getting that stretch a little more so in the chest than the first exercise we did. We'll spend about 10 more seconds here. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can finish it out. Good. Going into some arm circles, nice and big. Won't spend too much time here. You can go same time. You can also go alternating, whatever is most comfortable for your shoulders. We'll go ahead and send them back. Same options, either same time, or you can go for that swimming alternating motion. Good. All right, we'll find some stillness with the arms. You can just give them a little shake. Last exercise we're going to do before we get started here, some hip openers. So just swinging open the hip kind of into a gate-like pattern. Just open it up. We'll alternate sides. Keep the hands on the hips. You can keep them out, whatever helps with your balance here. Trying to control the leg all the way through that motion. Maybe getting some pops and creaks, and that is okay. Getting those hips ready to move. Spend about 10 more seconds. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. You can finish it out. Lovely. All right. So today for our total body strength workout, we have a ladder workout. So we're going to just keep adding on exercises every round until we get up to, I believe, 6. So we have 6 rounds total to start. And then we have the same thing with core at the end. So we're going to start off with some sumo squats first. So just like our warm up, we're going to be in a nice wide stance with our weights. You can either hold them low the whole time as we squat down and lift. You can also hold them at the chest, or you can hold them up at the shoulders too. So you can kind of play around and find what's most comfortable for holding weights. And if you don't have weights, don't want weights, you can also just follow along without squatting in place and just focusing on squeezing those glutes as we lift ourselves to stand. So with that said, we have 30 seconds total. So nice wide stance, toes pointed slightly outward. We'll get ready in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So squatting nice and low, pressing up through the heels. And really focus on squeezing those glutes as we stand ourselves up. Keeping the chest lifted nice and tall. We'll keep it going here. 10 seconds. So I get something pop up on my screen. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Sorry about that. Pop up. Good timing, of course. All right, so we're going to start again with sumo squats, but this time we're going to be adding on bent over rows. So just keep that in mind, but we'll keep our wide stance. Back to sumo squats in 3, 2, 1, and begin. Nice wide stance. Pressing up through the heels, squeezing the glutes to stand. Keeping the chest and our gaze lifted. Looking ahead helps to keep that chest lifted. When we start to look down, everything starts to fall down. So keep that in mind. You have 10 seconds left, maybe trying to get a little bit lower if you can. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. I'll take a little breather. Like I said, we're adding on bent over rows. So we'll take a about hip width stance. We'll be hinged forward, keeping the core tight, glutes squeezed to stabilize the body. We're going to alternate between palms facing for a row and then palms facing in front of us. So going for a regular grip and an underhand grip. So just make sure to alternate between those two. And we have 30 seconds once again, beginning in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Again, regular first, followed by underhand. And with your gaze, you can just kind of look to the top of your mat or 3 to 4 feet in front of you, trying to keep the neck as neutral as we can. Really squeezing those shoulder blades tight, keeping the elbows close by the sides with our row. Here we go. I'll try to hinge forward a little bit further, brace that core tight. 10 seconds. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. We'll take a little break. Can shake it out. And we'll get ready for sumo squats, back to the top. And same options, weight low, weight at the chest, or weights on the shoulders, up to you. We'll get ready here in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. And keeping that nice wide stance, really focusing on pushing the hips back like we're sitting into a chair behind us. Continue to squeeze those glutes tight. Should feel them firing up by now. 3rd time's the charm. We still have more to come. And down to 10 seconds here. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good work. We'll take a little breather. Getting ready for bent over rows next. Again, we'll alternate between that regular grip row and underhand, flipping the palms to face forward. We'll begin in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. And it's alternating between those two, nice and smooth. Drawing the belly button towards the spine and squeezing the glutes tight to help stabilize the body and support the body as we hold this hinge. Keep squeezing those shoulder blades tight, pulling those elbows back. Nice and strong. 10 seconds left. And down to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Whew. Adding on, we have Romanian deadlifts. So with our weights, you can hold them so they're starting right up at the hips. Feet are going to stay about hip width apart, and the movement is going to be hinging forward, kind of sliding the weights along the legs and pulling straight up to stand. So this is working our hamstrings, glutes, just a little bit with the low back, but emphasis on our hamstrings and glutes. So we'll get ready here in 4, 3, 2, 1, and begin. And just trying to lower straight down, getting to about the knees. You can also go a little bit lower if it's comfortable, as long as that back is staying flat. We're trying not to round. This is not correct. Don't do this. No rounding. You're pulling those shoulders back, maintaining that very tall posture throughout, and squeezing those glutes tight. Home stretch here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Woo. Take a little breather, shake it out. And you know the drill. We are back to the top with our sumo squats. All right. Wide stance, toes pointed slightly outward. We'll begin in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. And feel free to play around with our weight placement too, and options of chest, shoulders, or holding them nice and low. We're standing up strong, pressing through those heels. Continue to squeeze those glutes. Working them hard today. 15 seconds. And chest lifted. Powering through the end. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can finish it out. Take a 15-second breather. And we're back to our bent over row next, alternating our grip between regular and underhand. And start to grab your weights. We'll begin in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So regular, and just flipping the palms forward. Continuing to squeeze those glutes and draw belly button towards the spine. Especially if you start to feel any firing up in the low back, really focus on squeezing the glutes and bracing that core to help it out. There we go. About 10 more seconds, squeezing as tight as we can. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. We'll stand it up, roll the shoulders out, do what you need. In about 10 seconds, we'll go to Romanian Deadlifts. So again, that's our hinge where we're lowering straight down, pushing hips behind us, and standing up straight. We'll begin in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. I'm just lowering down to about the knees, a little bit lower if it's comfortable, and pulling up through the heels, squeezing the glutes to come to standing. Continuing to squeeze those shoulder blades together to help keep the back flat, avoid any rounding. No rounding here. 15 seconds. Really focusing on pulling up strong. Home stretch. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. All right, this round we're adding on Arnold Press. So palms are going to face the chest to start. And as we press, we're going to twist so they face forward. Twist them back to face you at the bottom. Twist as we press to face forward. So just getting a little rotation with our press. We'll get ready here in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. And exhaling as we press, inhale on the way down. Really focus on keeping your back nice and flat. So kind of tucking the tailbone down, avoiding again, we don't want any rounding. Keep everything flat, braced, all that good stuff. Common theme. Wait, 10 seconds left. Keep it going. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good work. All right, about 15-second break. And we are back to the top, back to our new favorite, sumo squats. And always an option too, the weights are feeling like a little too much, you can always keep them down, swap them out as needed, maybe drop down to 1 dumbbell, or you can try to stick with your 2, up to you. We'll begin in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Working those strong legs, getting as low as comfortable, which maybe you're noticing can get a little bit lower now that our legs are plenty warm. focusing in on that form. If you need to take it slower, that's totally fine. I'd rather have good quality over quantity. Nearing our home stretch, 10 seconds. Here we go. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good work. About 15-second breather. Next up, we have bent over rows with our regular underhand alternating grips. Feet are hip width apart. We'll slowly start to hinge forward, get in position. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. And squeezing those shoulder blades nice and tight. If you ever need a break, feel free to stand it up and join us again when you're ready. Keep squeezing those glutes tight. Draw the belly button towards the spine. Strong and steady, we can do this. You have 10 seconds left. Try to squeeze shoulder blades a little bit tighter. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good work. We'll stand it up, roll the shoulders out. Maybe just shake it out. Next up, we're back to Romanian deadlifts, another hinging motion. And we're lowering straight down, back flat, and really pressing the hips behind us. We'll get ready in 3, 2, 1, begin. And slow and steady. Inhaling on the way down, exhale as we lift ourselves up. And squeezing those glutes tight, pressing up through the heels. You're always remembering to breathe through that motion to help you out. Squeeze a little bit tighter. 10 seconds left. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can finish it out. Again, shake it out at the top. A few deep breaths. Arnold Presses next. So a reminder, palms face us at the chest. And as we press, they rotate to face away from us, face forward. So we'll get ready here. Standing tall in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Exhaling as we press strong overhead. Inhale on the way down. Just getting that slight rotation as we press. Again, back should be nice and flat, tailbone tucked down, not rounded. And if you start to feel the back arch a little too much, you can always take that staggered stance just to help keep things in line. We only have 10 seconds left here, so we'll finish out strong. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! All right. We are adding on and we have curls. So working biceps, we're going to be doing some wide curls. So feet about hip width, slightly wider if it's comfortable. And we're going to be curling all the way up to the shoulders, halfway down, back up to the shoulders, and then all the way down. So we're adding a little kind of half curl bounce on the way down just for a little extra something. So we'll get ready for 30 seconds here in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So curling all the way up, halfway. And at the bottom, we're trying to get that full extension of the arms, that full movement. Here we go. We're adding that half to keep our muscles under tension even more, give them a little more of a challenge, especially since we only have 1 round left. So we're only revisiting this one more time. And we only have 10 seconds left. Keep on curling. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. All right. Back to the top. This is our last time through. So our final exercise will be adding triceps. And don't worry, it's going to be a little more challenging just because we're only hitting it once. So sumo squats for the last time. You can pick up your weight or weights. We'll get ready in 3, 2, 1, and begin. You're making this last round count. If you want to make your sumo squats even more interesting, feel free to throw in some pulses at the bottom. Maybe add in just a little hold for a second or two just to spice things up this last round. Help pass the time and stay focused. Play around, find what feels good, what feels challenging. You have 10 seconds left. Here we go, keep pushing. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we'll stand it up, shake it out. No more sumo squats. Next one we're gonna knock out is our bent over row with our regular underhand alternating grips. So feet are hip width apart, we'll slowly hinge forward, get ready in 3, 2, 1, here we go. And squeezing those shoulder blades tight as we pull those weights up. Glutes are squeezed, belly button is drawn towards the spine. Body is strong and stable. And get in those good quality rows. Here we go. 10 seconds left. Squeeze as tight as we can at the top. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. We'll stand it up, shake it out, maybe roll the shoulders. And next up, we have our Romanian deadlifts. So feet again will be hip width apart. Final time with our hinge in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So sliding those weights along the legs, pulling up through the heels, squeezing the glutes. Avoiding any rounding of the back, keeping it flat, strong. All those good things. Keep squeezing those glutes tight. We have 10 more seconds. Down to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can finish it out. Good. Woo. Give the legs a shake, maybe roll the shoulders out. We have Arnold Press next, so we'll slowly bring those weights up and palms face you at the chest. And we'll begin in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So exhale as we press overhead, rotate the palms. Inhale on the way down. Nice and controlled. And just a slight rotation with that press for a little extra something. Good, we're keeping our backs flat, kind of tucking that tailbone down. You should feel the core brace tight. Like I said, common theme. We're in our home stretch here. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can finish it out. Woo. All right, we're gonna keep powering through just so we have time for some core work too. We have our 1.5 curl, so curling all the way up to the shoulders, halfway down, back up, all the way down in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. And up, half, up, and all the way down. Again, trying to straighten that arm out. Continuing to stand tall. Again, keep that tailbone tucked down to brace the core. Always thinking about bracing that core tight. Just keep the body stable. Avoid any swinging with this. Just slow and steady. 10 more seconds. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Finish it out. Good. All right, final exercise of our strength ladder here. As promised, we have some triceps. So option of either 1 or 2 dumbbells. Going for an overhead extension and just pulsing. So we're going to be pulsing halfway for 30 seconds as promised, getting a good burn since we're only hitting it once. And if you ever need to, feel free to just quickly drop one down if it gets to be a little too much. and jump back with one weight. So we always have options. We'll get ready here in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So starting overhead, then just halfway. Again, tuck in the tail. If you start to feel the back arch, you can take that staggered stance to keep body supported, and all common themes. We're breathing through. Maybe starting to feel a little burn here. Hang with it. Let's go 15 seconds. We'll add on just a little bit. Keep fighting through. Again, you can drop weights if needed. Just keep that pulse. Almost there. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll press it up and over carefully. Woo! And we'll set the weights down. Nice work with our strength ladder. Now we're going to be headed down for our mini core ladder. Let's see, still have a few minutes. If you do need to leave, feel free to leave when you need to. All right, so first exercise, we do have option of using a weight if you'd like. We have some dead bugs. So we're going to be on our back. Without the weight, I'll show you first. Hands and legs start in the air, and we're going to drop down opposite arm, opposite leg, getting as close to the ground as comfortable where you can keep that back flat. If your back starts to arch and come off, you've gone too far. We'll really focus on grounding ourselves down. Option 2, with the weight, we're going to lower both arms down at the same time as we just alternate which leg we're lowering down, just adding a little extra challenge with that weight moving around too. So you can pick what option's best for you. Feel free to mix and match. We'll get ready in 4, 3, 2, 1, and here we go. And if you're going without the weight, we're dropping opposites. With the weight, just alternating legs. And always remembering to breathe through. Inhale on the way down, exhale to lift. You have 10 seconds left. Strong and steady. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good work. We'll drop the legs down. Just take a little breather here. This is about 15 seconds, and we're back to our dead bugs. Again, sticking with our ladder. Bring arms up, legs up. Option of using a weight in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Really focusing using the core to pull your legs up, pull the arms back up. Focus on grounding that back down to the mat. When you start to feel an arch, just adjust how far you're going down. Home stretch. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you can relax. Adding on, we have circle crunches. So you can either keep the legs down on the mat if you want a little break for the hip flexors, or if you want a little extra challenge, you can lift them up to a tabletop position, nice and flat with the shins. Wherever you're at, arms are going to be behind the head, and we're going to kind of draw a circle as we crunch ourselves up, over, and back down. So you can keep the head supported, but just try not to yank. Just nice and light, keeping the elbows wide. Again, either feet down, or you can hover them. So we'll begin in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Again, just kind of drawing, it's kind of a half circle. Just making our way around, right side, left side, and vice versa. Adding that little extra challenge of kind of keeping ourselves lifted and adding a little extra movement. 10 seconds left. Keep looking up at the ceilings, save the neck. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. We'll relax on the mat for a moment. Few deep breaths. And we are back to dead bugs. Option of weight or no weight. Bring arms up, legs up in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Either dropping opposites, or if you have the weight, just alternating legs. Inhale as we lower down, exhale as we lift. Nice and strong to the center. Good mental workout too, keeping everything coordinated. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. All right, we'll get ready for our circle crunch. And you can either keep the feet on the mat or lift them up to that tabletop with flat shins. We'll get ready here in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. And sitting up, moving right to left, left to right. Adding that little extra challenge for the core. We'll try to keep the elbows nice and wide, just gazing up at the ceiling to help save any strain on the neck. You can move at your own pace too. If you want to take a second on the ground before you move again, that's totally fine. Almost there. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. All right, we'll roll ourselves up. We're gonna flip on over. You didn't think I forgot about planks today, did you? So we have plank saw, which I'll give 2 options. We'll be down on the forearms, just kind of placing them parallel on your mat. Elbows should be under the shoulders. First option is on the knees here. So we're just going to be shifting ourselves forward slightly and back slightly, trying to keep the hips nice and level and really focus on bracing that core as we kind of move ourselves an inch or 2 in each direction. Option 2, same thing, but up on the toes. And you can actually kind of use your toes to kind of shift yourself forward and backward. And this has a nice bonus stretch for the calves. So you can pick what option's best for you. Feel free to mix and match between knees and toes. We have 30 seconds, beginning in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. And just a slight movement. They're up on the toes or down on the knees. It's a very quick transition between the two if you ever need to kind of back off or if you want an extra challenge. There we go. 10 seconds left. Staying strong through the end. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. We'll lower down and flip onto our backs. This is our final round for the day. So we're back to dead bugs for the very last time. Option of weight or no weight. We'll start to lift up arms and legs. Begin in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. They're dropping opposites down, or you can hold your weight and just drop down, alternating legs. And really focus in. This is our final round. We're already over halfway through this exercise. 10 seconds. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good work. No more dead bugs. We have circle crunches next, either feet down or feet hovering. We'll just roll right through here. Begin in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. And just going right, left, left, right. Adding that little extra movement while we're lifted to really get that core fired up. Gazing up at the ceiling, keeping elbows nice and wide. We have 15 seconds left. Down to our final 10. Try to get up a little bit higher if we can. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. All right, from here, rolling ourselves up, can flip on over back to our plank saw. Last time, either knees or toes. We'll begin in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. And just a little bit of movement. They're rocking on the toes if you're up on the toes, or if the knees, just kind of shifting yourself forward, backward, keeping belly button drawn towards the spine the whole time. Of course, the back is nice and flat, keeping those hips down. Home stretch. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Whoo. We'll make our way back down to the mat for our very final exercise of the day. 2 options. First option is going to be a tuck and reach. So kind of tucking the hands and knees together and then reaching them out as far as comfortable where you can keep the back flat. So option 1 right here, or option 2, a hollow hold. So we're going to just kind of lift ourselves up, keep the feet up, try to keep the back flat, and we'll add in an arm motion, bring the arms down and up overhead. So you can probably hear a little shake in my voice. It's a good challenge. Wanted us to go out with a bang. So again, either tuck and reach or holding here, moving the arms. So let you pick your option. Final 30 seconds of work in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Either way, we're keeping the back nice and flat on the mat with that tuck and reach, just reaching out as far as comfortable. You can keep that back flat. Or with our hollow hold, just moving those arms, trying to keep ourselves lifted, remembering to breathe. Woo. Almost there, 10 seconds. And last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo. We'll go into a full body stretch, just reaching the arms up, stretching the toes out. We'll take a few deep breaths here. You can move the arms side to side. Let's take one more deep breath. Good, and we'll slowly grab behind the knees and roll ourselves up. Take as many or as few of these as you like, eventually make your way to a butterfly stretch with feet together in the center, gently pressing down on the knees with elbows. Take one more deep breath. Good, and from here we'll slowly make our way to standing, just getting in a quick quad stretch before we wrap things up here. Overtime per usual. I'll bring the left foot up, give a gentle pull, should feel a nice stretch in the quads. I'll reach that right arm overhead, stretch out the shoulder, either stay straight up like this, or you can start to kind of hinge forward, as long as your balance allows. Take 2 deep breaths. Good, and after the second one, we'll release, shake everything out, and we'll switch sides. Bring that right foot up, gentle pull, reaching the left arm straight up, and you can either stay upright, or you can start to hinge forward. Take 2 deep breaths. All right, now for that second deep breath, you can slowly release. Give everything a good shake. Thank you all so much for hanging with me for Total Body Strength.